Network studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
This is On the Move with MacEvoy. And now, here's your host, Carolyn MacEvoy.
Hi, welcome back. With me today is Priscilla Vega of Recovery Insurance Adjusters. Welcome.
Hi, Caroline. How are you?
Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back.
So we're at the beginning or in hurricane season. What do we have to look forward to in 2024?
The predicting is going to be a really busy season. I just want to let all our listeners to be aware to it and, take all the precautions and see if we can help them with anything with our services.
And to remind everybody, an insurance adjuster comes out maybe after someone's filed a claim. Tell us about that process.
We are a public adjusters. So as a public adjusters, we can come involved to any type of insurance claim, either being for water or mold, weather,
roof,
flood, fire, smoke, even vandalism. We can get involved any time of your claim. We can get involved before you call your insurance company. We can get involved in the middle, or even if it's a decline claim, they can give us a call and we're going to give them the best knowledge to see if it's something to keep worth the pursuit.
And one thing you mentioned that people, when they have something happen, some kind of event, should not touch anything. Take pictures, leave it as is until you get there. Is that right?
Yes. Normally, it's more frequent with your flood insurance claims. They are really, even if you have a private insurance for your flood company, they're really regulated by FEMA. So they're really strict in the procedures they are. A lot of the damages, not only in your building or in your property, in your house, this also costs to your personal property items. And they are really strict in the way they like to make sure they really were damages. So if you had damages of TVs or any electronics, they have serial numbers and specific brands. It's good to take the picture of it.
Maybe that's something people can work on now, is all their valuables, sort of put a list together with an approximate value. Is that something you recommend?
Yeah, they can do it. They have the picture of how it is now. And after the event, they got flood and it got damaged. Don't touch it, leave it, whatever the water took it, and take a picture right in there. So you had the ways to prove, the worth of the items against the insurance.
Right. And you had mentioned, and you travel through the state, you do residential and commercial. And I remember 2 years ago, can you tell us about that? That was pretty horrific when you went down to Fort Myers Beach area.
Oh, yeah, it was a really sad situation because unfortunately it was so much devastation that I always say the TV was sure to show exactly how it looks, But at the same time, when everything started building back and you have so many clients that you help them get back to those properties and help them in such a stressful, it's really a rewarding job, what I do.
No, I know you love what you do. We know that about you. You've been doing this a while. You're an expert at it. And what's one of your greatest claims that you helped with? I mean, you have many of them, but maybe just something.
There's so many. Like I say, I have some clients they don't even think to do anything else before they call me, and we go over there, and go after everything is repaired and go, have some coffee and have a normal conversation, nothing related with the claims. Doesn't really reward it. I cannot be specific. We have a little bit of everything, but we try to help everybody.
Your company, how many people are there? And there's a bunch of you there.
We are 3 public adjusters, and we also have our 2 our office manager, and we have 1 public related person.
Very nice.
So we're a small firm, but we are all over Florida.
People can reach you by calling.
They can reach directly to me at 772-607-4437. Also, they can call the office at 237-0892. Everybody in the office, they can give you all the information that we can provide. We also trying to help a lot of our clients to have the correct policy. You know, a lot of people don't know what your policy cover, and sometimes they have bigger claims than they can even imagine, and they don't have the correct policy.
What's the good time, the best time of the year for them to do that with you? Is it now, or I don't think they can change their policy right now? They have to wait.
Nobody can change the policy in the middle of the term. So when they start looking for the renew time of their policy, that's in the time they can do it. They also, they have like a 10 days window after the purchase of the policy to make any upgrades or any changes. So if your agent is helping you with the policy and you still have questions for the small prints and your agent cannot respond to those questions, you can reach out to us. We offer that service completely free with no necessary any opportunity to call me, you know, just to see exactly what you have in your policy. That would be the best way to do it.
And one other thing we're kind of overlooking, but you speak Spanish, obviously, so you want to tell the listeners that you're okay with that too.
Yes, definitely. Yes, I speak Spanish and I can help you. Puedo ayudar a todo el mundo sin necesidad de estar pensando en algo más.
Very nice. So what else? So this season, somebody said that the turtles are nesting a little higher, and that might be a sign of nature telling us to expect a busy storm season. None of us wants to think about it, but I think it's a reality anywhere in the U.S. now.
Yeah, let's go hope we don't have another 2004 season, 2, 3 back-to-back hurricanes, right in our areas. But yeah, they're pronosticating a really busy season. We cannot say where, but everybody has to take care and just be smart and really protect your property. It's a really difficult job to do if you just don't do your correct diligence to take care of everything.
One simple thing is probably for someone to print the policy, or sometimes when they get bound on these online sites, you don't think to print or ask for the policy. Do you find that happening?
Yes. And sometimes on this website, you don't have access to your complete policy.
How do you get that? What do you tell your clients?
Just request it to your agent. They can provide your entire policy. Because now is everything going green. A lot of insurance companies, they don't even want to mail it to you. But it's a good thing that you can reach directly also to your insurance company and you say, I just want a copy of my policy. It will be a good thing to have it, more because sometimes after major storm, you don't have really online Wi-Fi or internet services. So having a paper policy, it will help you a lot to see where you had to call after a claim, and who is going to be the people who's going to be helping you. It's tricky to get to that point without internet. And if they have internet, it's really slow because everybody is on it.
I mean, you make a good point. During a storm, often internet is lost. So to have that paper copy to go old school and get something mailed or a phone call is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, because even all these insurance companies, they put, some space. They always bring people to start opening claims right over there. A lot of people don't know their policies. They just say, I have insurance policy, but it was sold by this agent. And this agent, the agent's offices are closed because probably have damages and things. And then it go back and forth. So if you have your policy, you can call directly to your insurance company without getting involved with your agent or a third party to help you do it. So It's a really smart way to have it, at least the declaration page of your policy, if you cannot have your entire policy printed out.
Now, is there ever a case, do most people have flood and wind coverage, hurricane coverage? What do you see percentage-wise on policies? I mean, it's expensive sometimes to carry it, and if they don't need it, maybe they let it go. You're saying probably best to have that, all of it.
Yes. You have to take in consideration that your wind policy is completely different than your flood policy. Your flood policy, unless you are in a flood risk area, is not mandated.
Okay.
but that doesn't mean you cannot buy it. And actually, your flood policy is a really cheap policy.
Is it?
Yes, and we are in Florida. I would recommend everybody has a flood policy. You know, and
Sure,
it's
sure.
completely cheap next to a wind policy or fire policy. They're really cheap, but they shouldn't. We're in Florida. We don't never know.
One question, I'm not sure this is a good question for you, you can answer it, but of the insurers, and there's several now, and new ones are entering Florida, what do you think? What are the best kind of companies or policies? I mean, are you any opinion on that or none? Just
None.
get to a good insurance agent, get the best policy you can that's appropriate for that building or house.
Exactly. Do your due diligence. Do your homework. You don't
Call a
look
couple.
for look for people they help you understand your policy. You don't want to have a policy with too many limits because you don't going to be able to do your repairs. You want to have every area of your house covered correctly.
Right.
You know, so if you don't have the correct coverage, doesn't matter how much damage your house has, they don't gonna pay you. I'm gonna give you a really example that a lot of people don't understand. 95% of the policies right now, they have a limit on water damages. That means for your pipes and things like that. So we need to get those limits removed from your policy because your house get a pipe and you flood your house because of the pipe, you can have more than $50,000 in damages. And
It's good.
Your insurance company only gonna give you $10,000.
That is fantastic to know. And I've heard all of that, especially in Florida with older buildings and pipes and things like that.
Correct.
So you are leaving us on a great informational note. I want to thank you again for coming on and just tell everybody again, Priscilla Vega from Recovery Insurance Adjusters. How do they reach you?
At 772-607-4437. That's my phone number. Remember, I speak Spanish. And they can reach us also at the office at 772-237-0892.
Fabulous. Thank you very much. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Caroline.